Good morning. It's the crack of dawn here in Arizona. 35 degrees outside. We've jumped right into the cold part of fall, but it's beautiful. And welcome to my channel, Freedom Rose. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope you come often. Please subscribe, like, and especially comment, because I want to know what you would like to hear on this channel. I would like to know what you would like to learn about your angels and guides, ancestors, those that are with you every single day. I came on today to tell you a little bit about myself, as into how I got with this and why I do it, why it's my passion and first love, outside of my husband, Isaiah, of course, and family. I want to read to you what I put in the description, because not everybody's going to read it, and it's important for you to know why I'm here. And then I'll explain to you how I got here and why this is so passionate and important to me. So my description, if you haven't had a chance to read it, is an invitation to know the presence of your loved ones, ancestors, and guides through the spirit language of symbolism. Numbers, words, lyrics, poetry, gestures of kindness are a few to mention. Join me weekly in awakening the long-lost language of the spirit realm, spoken of in many forms of literature. It is my intention to assist in awakening your... Sorry, I just touched my screen and it's doing all kinds of weird things. Okay. It is my intention to assist in awakening your inner voice that is quiet, almost silent, even invisible, until your awakening begins. Those that are already awake can receive validation and new ways of listening. There is something here for everyone. I invite you to join me in learning the ways of the spirit realm here upon the earth. That's why I'm here. That's what I do. And how did I get here? Well, I had got an angel back in 2009, 1999. No, 1999, 98. I became a widow. And I knew, well, first of all, I've always known that I'm different than most people. I could always feel the spirits out in the woods. I love to be in the nature. And I've always just known I was different than other people. People didn't feel the same way. Now, I've found my community, and I know through this I will find more of my community, more of my tribe, as I call it. But I knew I was different, and I could feel things and sense things that other people couldn't. And I kept it quiet to myself, because if you talked about it, you might get locked up. But it's not that way today. It's not that way anymore. And that's one of the reasons I'm coming out like this, as a light worker, as an energy healer, and communication with the spirit world. So in 1998, I became a widow. And I knew that my son's father was trying to communicate with me. And I knew he was around. I could feel him and sense him. And over the years, I have developed the language that I discovered through him. Probably the desire to, when we lose someone, we miss them. We're grieving. We wish they were still here. And so with that said, I knew that divine wouldn't leave us alone, right? Divine is always with us, right? Prayer, And why not those that we love as well? And so I developed this language through symbolism. It's 90 some percent symbolism, and the rest is when you catch your shirt on a door as you're leaving, or little signs like maybe you feel anxious for some reason and you don't even know why. There's lots of little things that your computer goes down right in the middle of something. Yes, they use electronics. That's one of the things they use a lot, actually, because they're an energy now, right? They're no longer in physical form, but they are an energy or spirit. And so through this discovery of the years that after Denver's father died, my son's father died, I kept learning and learning and learning more. And then one day I realized that I was learning this language, not just for myself, but for others. That it was time for me to, through them, they were saying, you need to get this out to people. You need to share. We want our loved ones to know that we're with them and that they're not alone. So I'm here to say, without a doubt, that every single person on this planet has guides, angels, ancestors with them, guiding them every day. They're using this language, and I'm here to awaken people to it, because we are in times that we're going to need to know that we're not alone. We're going to need to know that someone is supporting us and loving us and guiding us through these times. And whether it's through illness, maybe your difficulty in your employment, maybe in relationship, people's in wars right now. There's lots of things going on, and trauma of earthquakes, and just lots of things where people need to know that they're not alone, that someone is with them. And that's what I'm here. I will be here on probably 3 to 4 or more times a week with little tidbits on how to know that someone's with you and how they're guiding you. And what I call hugs, right? We get hugs every single day from our angels and our guides. So why do I call myself Freedom Rose? Well, that name came to me for 2 reasons. Freedom, because one of the things I do is help people that are stuck here, that have passed, that haven't crossed into the light yet. So for some reason, I have access to the light. I discovered that probably 10 years ago. And so every day I seek to find people that are stuck here, people that have spirits that have, for one reason or another, have not crossed over, whether they didn't know it or when it was offered to them. They kind of like in the movie Ghost, right? Have you seen the movie Ghost? And that, he sees the light, but he doesn't go into it until later on in the movie. Well, that's what I do. Spirits are attracted to me because of how I look to them. I'm a very bright light in the fog or darkness that they're in between us and the veil. And so one of the things I do is open up that so they can cross over. That's why they call me Freedom. I give them freedom, or the choice of freedom. They don't have to go. I have spirits here that are on my property, actually, Native American, that chose not to cross over, that help me here. In fact, when I leave the property, I say, watch over it, please, guys. Take care of me and watch over the land for us. I also do groups. You know, I've gone all over the world, to Poland and to Auschwitz and crossed people there. And I went to Normandy Beach and crossed large groups there, right, from the war. And but my daily commitment is to find those that are lost. So I watch the news, the people that have passed, that might have passed suddenly, and I go into meditation and I ask whether they need to cross over or not. That's one of my passions and commitments to serve. So I am here to serve you. I'm here to serve the spirit from the angelic realm. They're excited as I am to be here with you and to guide you to through the language. And again, please comment to me what you would like to learn. I'd like to also know where my audience is from, so let me know where you're from, or just say hi. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and be with me every day that you can. Right? Aho. Amen. And I forgot to tell you where the rose came in. Rose is from the movie Titanic. It was the last movie I watched before Denver's dad passed. And in that movie, it shows that it tells Rose to go on, right? To keep going, even though he's sinking into the water. And so I became Freedom Rose. Given to me, I call it, my angels gave me that name. I hope. Amen. And so it is. Mwah.